Hey everybody, it's Melodian from Rebel Tribe. I'm the founder of the Rebel Tribe, and today we are talking to Jane Coleman Campbell, who is on the team of Rebel Tribe. I wanted to start out by introducing you to all of the team members so you kind of know who works behind the scenes and in front of the scenes and all over the place to keep this little thing going. I want to warn you right up front, we both live in places with unstable internet. So yes, there may be issues.
And dogs that bark periodically, at least here. If somebody comes to the door, he's a barking.
And so deal with that. That's all. This is the best we've got. We live with it. We deal with it. If you can't live with it, click on by and go do something else. But otherwise, if you want to hear some really good stuff from Jane, hang in there, folks, because she's got lots to tell us. All righty, so let's start. Why don't you start by first of all telling us exactly who you are and what you do?
Sure. Well, first of all, thanks for having me here and for this conversation. I appreciate it. I actually am a mom of three adult children, and I have been an entrepreneur since 2010. Life happened, things happened, and I'm like, what can I do where I can still be around? My kids were younger, still be around for my kids, and continue doing something where I can be making money without having to go back to corporate America. And at that point, I opened up a concierge company, and it did really well until COVID hit, and then everything just kind of went to hell in a handbasket, shall we say. And so then I got involved in marketing and training platform, and then things kind of pivoted, and now I am working with a kind of an affiliate with a company that helps people to have their spending work for them. So that's kind of who I am, what I do. And I do have a fur baby, Max, the fur dog. And that's kind of who I am.
I did not know you'd been doing this since 2010. Awesome. So I have to ask, because I have to admit, knowing you, when I first approached you about the Rebel Tribe, it kind of surprised me that you instantly said yes, because when I first approached you, I didn't even know what it was. Okay. I had a name and a concept. Okay. So usually when I talk to people, they want a little more of an idea, well, what exactly does this all involve and what is it? You were like, no, let's do this. So why? Okay.
Well, because you and I met each other through another program that we were both working in or working on and with. And you were just a fun person. It just seemed, I like how do I say this? I like the idea of where you were going with the Rebel Tribe, where it's like, hey, we're gonna be the rebels out there. We're gonna be the people that are like making a name and doing things, and we're gonna all do it together, and we're all gonna help each other and lift each other up. And my entire life I've always been one that it's like, when I get successful and as I'm moving up the ladder, if you will, within the concierge business that I was doing, I'm like, I want to bring other people with me, because I can't do it alone. And so I saw the Rebel Tribe as a chance to have something like this where, we're all going to be working together. We're all going to be helping each other and, pulling each other up from just a personal point of view, a business point of view, whatever, and it would be a safe place. And it just sounded like fun. So I'm like, let's do it. And you're awesome. So why not?
Well, I definitely did not know about the concierge business. Actually, I think I have heard you mention that a couple of times now that I'm thinking about it. So what exactly is that, and why did you choose that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So a concierge company, probably the best way to describe it is there are certain things in your life that only you can do, and there's certain things in your life that other people can do. And so that's what I would take care of. And that was like the whole goal. It started out where I'm like, all right, I want to do this for the elderly. And then I realized, no, because all they want to do is sit around and talk about their kids. They move too slow, and I'm charging them to talk about their kids. And that just didn't sit well with me. I'm like, I can't do that. So I'm like, yep, that's not going to work. And then I started thinking, okay, well, I'm going to work with brides. Well, brides is weekend. I have little kids. That's not going to work. So it just kind of morphed into working with more corporate clients. And so with that, it's basically the clients that are, they do business maybe in the Richmond area, but they're not local to Richmond. So they'll call up and say, hey, I need you to do da 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 da, some of the boots on the ground. Or somebody may call me from another state, hey, I need this delivered, or I need this done, or can you handle this? The best though was when I worked with IBM, and they were looking for concierges to, they would send like a team of 7 executives to a different state, and they would work on a project for 3 weeks, and I was their concierge, and I would come in and handle everything from the budget, and right when we first started, to finding them a place to live, to staging the house, to planning events, to when they arrived, making sure that everything was taken care of for them. So the only thing they had to think about was, what am I going to have to eat? What am I going to wear for the day? And the rest of it was focused on work. So, yeah. So that's kind of a little bit of everything.
I like that. And then I know COVID hit a lot of businesses hard. In fact, I just got an email this morning from a friend of mine who hung on like crazy to his restaurant and managed to keep it going for as long as he could, but he finally put out the word today that he's closing it and moving back to Dallas. He just couldn't rebound. So I know COVID hit a lot of businesses hard, including yours, it sounds like, but you found something else to do that's taken up that.
I have.
What is that? What is that?
So, it is basically showing you how, I mean, let's face it, when you go out there in today's world, you go shopping, you get groceries, you buy clothes. Can I tell you a story? So a couple days ago, my son had to go to a doctor's appointment. I think I had told you that he like fell off the roof and he broke his wrist and he shattered his heel. So he got his cast off. And so while we were waiting for between the cast off and him to see the foot doctor, it was like, well, let's stop and get something to eat. I don't know if you have a Shake Shack around, but I was like, ooh, I really want a chocolate shake. That would be great. All right, for any of you health people out there that listen, don't listen to that part. But, so we go to the Shake Shack, and then I'm like, oh, a burger might be good. We get 2 milkshakes. I got a hamburger or cheeseburger. He got a French fry. So much the bill was. And like a drive-through kind of,
Okay, so 2 shakes, a hamburger, 2 hamburgers,
1 hamburger,
one hamburger,
and a cheese fry. He did get cheese fries.
Okay, so 1 hamburger, a cheese fry, 2 shakes. I'm guessing it was probably close to $20, if not more.
$26.17. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But when I used my debit card, when I swiped it, I'm like, hey, I just earned points. It's all good. So anyway, point being, everything is so daggone expensive anymore. So why not use that to your advantage? And that's what I do, is I show people how they can do that just with their regular ordinary spending, how they can take the high price of everything and use all that to their advantage.
Sweet.
So, yay.
So tell us a little bit more. So how exactly does that work? Because that just sounds a little bit that sounds too good to be true. And I'm always telling my folks, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Okay.
Well, it's, you basically get a debit card. Okay. You pay $25 for life for a debit card. The debit card is issued by a community bank, and all the funds, you have to fund it, and all the funds will come from your bank account, and it goes onto the debit card. All those funds are FDIC insured. And then anywhere that the Visa logo is accepted, you swipe your card. And then, so you go to the gas station, you go to the grocery store, doctor's appointments. I'm actually even using it to go pay my bills online. And, I mean, I can't go into normally I go into like my bank and just do my, like, click, 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 and it's done. Well, now I'm like, no, I'll take that extra step, pay my bills online, enter in my debit card information. And then what happens is every single time that information goes in there, I earn not one, but 2 times the amount of the purchase or the swipe in reward bucks called Z bucks. Okay. And then I take those Z bucks. Well, right now the store's not going to be open until we launch in November. So take that, they're adding up, and take those. And then at Christmas time, I'm planning on doing some shopping because I can take them, go into the store and purchase items that I would normally purchase anyway, say like on Amazon at the mall, and I can get them at up to 50%, sometimes 60% off. So let's say like a pair of Nike shoes. Okay. In Amazon, they're going to be $100. In the mall, they're going to be $100. In the store, in the private store, they're going to be $100. But the company's like, hey, guess what? We'll give you 50 of your reward dollars that you can use to buy these $100 shoes. So now your shoes only cost you $50 plus free shipping. So you kind of get to like spend your money twice, if you will, kind of double your buying power.
Interesting.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then there's other places with, and again, this part doesn't happen until November. And they're working through all of this because we're in pre-launch. There's other places where when you shop, I've heard Target, Amazon, Walmart, Panera, Lowe's, Home Depot, plus, they're adding that when you swipe, that a certain percentage will go into a separate savings account for you. And then you can start saving that way as well. And then if you decide you want to, like, you know how like stores are like, oh, do you want to round it up to the nearest dollar to donate to da 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 da? You can actually round it up, which will go into a separate savings account for you.
And then it just multiplies there, or do they invest it or what?
I think it's invested. I don't know because I haven't heard a whole lot about it. Again, they just kind of, this is what we're doing, but I don't know the everything on that. It's not going to happen until November. So it's like, all right, let's just see what happens. So it's exciting. It's fun. And, you know, one of the things that really struck me with this whole thing is one of the co-founders was like, you know, we're changing the way that banking is done. People deserve to be rewarded and to get things for their spending. And he's like, you know, you have the single mom out there, and this resonated with me. He's like, you have the single mom out there that like needs diapers, and to go out to the store and pay, you know, $50 for diapers, that's a lot. So she can come in the store and purchase the same diapers for like 50% off, which gives her more money that she can use on other things for her kids.
I like it.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, I have to admit, I got a card from you, so we'll see how it works.
I know. Have you used it?
It's not here yet.
Have you used
it? It's not here yet.
It's not. Did you order it?
Yeah, remember that was my problem when I was sitting here going, well, I don't have my card yet. You walked me through that. It's like, well, you have to ask
that's
for
right.
your
We did do that.
card.
I forgot.
Like, oh
yeah.
Okay. I thought I had.
You have to order it.
So it's only been a couple days, so I'm being patient. I don't remember when we did that, but it hasn't been that long. So now
you're going to be so excited when you get it. You're going to, oh my gosh. Even my daughter got it. And truth be told, she was like, no, I don't want to do this. It sounds wonky. It sounds like a scheme. It sounds this. And I'm like, would you please just try it? I'm like, I will pay for your card. I'm not going to do it. Well, her younger sister is like, she's still in college. And so I'm like, you want to go to grad school? This could potentially be a really good way for you to like, because she chose to be a digital branch owner and our office. And I'm like, this could be a good way for you to like start paying for grad school. You know, we can set this up so that this can work out well. So she's like, yeah, great. So my older one is hearing the two of us talk, and she's like, yeah, I want to get the card. Well, so she goes out. She and I to a concert. Debit card, not it is. It's fun when you know that after you're swiping and you're spending all this damn money that you're getting something back.
Okay, so I need you to go through that again because, like I said, we both have unstable internet, and you broke up real bad there, so we didn't hear any of that.
Uh, uh, okay, what did you not hear? Any of it?
Your daughter decided to get the card.
Okay,
That's what we heard.
so did you hear about my other daughter that got the card and she's doing this as a digital branch owner?
Yeah,
Okay.
we got that.
Okay. So then my oldest daughter was like, she heard Caroline and I talking, and she was like, maybe I will do this. So she decides to get the card, and she goes to a concert last night, and it was like, she sent me a text message because I just purchased something with my debit card and I got reward points. This is so much fun. I texted her back and I'm like, oh, and guess what? Not only that, but you just, since you used it for the very first time, you just got 500 additional reward points that you can use to purchase and use in the store, which is basically the equivalent of using $500 in the store. And she's like, sweet. Then it's like, it's addicting.
Well, I'm excited to get mine and see how it works. I'll let you know.
You're going to love it.
You
will.
Cool.
Yeah. And if you don't, holler and I'll give you your $25 back. That doesn't go for everybody. That goes for you.
So you haven't been doing this nearly as long as I thought. For some reason, I thought you'd been doing this forever. It kind of surprised me when you said 2010, because for some reason I thought you'd been, I don't know, just always. I don't know. I don't know where I got that impression. So how do you like it?
I was in corporate America for years and years. And then the online space, how do I like that?
How do you like having your own business? How do you like being a business owner?
Oh, it has its ups and downs, but I will say that doing what I'm doing now, I love doing the concierge part. With the concierge, for me personally, I never like got into the whole social media aspect because I'm like, it's nobody's business. And I felt I didn't know, because I was not educated on how to, even though everything that I ever did in my entire life is all around marketing, I didn't know how to market online. Okay. So I'm working for you and you're a high net worth client and I'm doing whatever. I can't very well say, oh yeah, well, I just did this for Melodia. You don't want your information all over the internet, and I'm not going to do that. So I stayed out of social media for a long time. And now that I've kind of pivoted and I'm doing this and I understand the social media and I understand the marketing and I understand all of this and I'm surrounded by amazing people like you. It's fun.
What do you like best about it?
It's a lot of fun. It has its ups and downs. Well, I'm doing a lot of networking, and I think the thing that I like the most at this point is meeting a bunch of really fun people, number one. And number two is being able to connect other people to somebody else, not necessarily to do business with them, but to be a good referral partner. And that to me is just a ton of fun. And to make those introductions to other people, it's just neat to do. And does it pay the bills? No, it doesn't. But maybe they'll turn around later, and I'm not doing it for that reason, but maybe they'll turn around later and say, hey, meet so and so, meet so and so. And I'm starting to see some of that happen and transpire. So
you said it had its ups and downs. What do you like the least? What are a couple of the downs?
It can be very lonely. It can be very, very lonely. So when at those times, and it took me a while to get there. just reach out to other business owners. And that's what I've done. It's like, I'm having a crappy day or a shitty day, sorry, a yucky day. Then, it's like, reach out to somebody and it's like, hey, I'm having a really cruddy day and I don't know why. And can you talk me through it? Can you help me get on the other side? I've tried the positive affirmations. I've tried this. I've tried, talking to myself and that, but I'm just stuck and I need some help. And so for me, I have found that to help me to get out of the yucky day, yucky time faster. Just to have somebody else to be like, yeah, you know what? I get it. I get what you're coming from.
Awesome. Well, as you know, we
So,
have in the Rebel Tribe, because it's not a marketing group. It's not a business group per se. It's a group for women who are tired of being part of the status quo and want something more, whatever that might be for them. But we do have some in the group, I've noticed, that they want a business. I think, like, we have a budding author in there who wants to write her first book, and we have a couple others in there who are making all the right noises, but I think they're just afraid to take that step. So for them, what kind of personality traits or skills do you think, especially a woman nowadays, needs to have have her own business?
no, I think that anybody with any personality could have any business. Because I believe that it's all like what's in your mind, what you tell yourself every day. And it's just kind of the whole mindset. I think putting fear, facing fear straight in the eyes and be like, you know what, I'm better. And I was fearful for so long on doing videos. And the way I got over it, I told myself, I'm like, nobody's gonna see it anyway. What difference does it make? And then I started doing them. And are they bad? Yeah, they're bad. Or were they terrible? Yes, they were terrible. Now they're just bad. Hopefully they'll get to be somewhat good. But no one has ever said, you suck, you're bad, you're terrible. So I think all those things that we tell ourselves, that's just a bunch of lies. And, it's surrounding yourself with other, whether it's women, men, people, friends, family, whatever, that are going to help and lift you up. And, sometimes, yeah, be honest of like, hey, you want to do this? Maybe that might not be the best angle. Maybe try this angle instead. Um, anybody can do it. And I really believe that. Did that help?
Hear that, lady?
Did that
Hear
answer
that,
your
lady?
question?
She's telling you exactly the same thing I've been telling you. You don't need any special skills. You don't need to be some amazing speaker or some awesome. You don't need to have a business degree. You don't need to have any. You just need to get out there and be willing to learn and just go. I mean, we're sitting here on internet that keeps dropping out and freezing up and everything. And you know what? I don't care. Okay.
It doesn't
Because this
matter.
is where I live. This is my life. I mean, if you've heard me talk about life on the dirt road enough to know that this is where I live through my own choosing. I love it out here. And someday maybe they'll bring me internet. Someday, maybe. I wish Elon, hurry up with Starlink, okay? Get it out here because I need it.
There you go.
But in the meantime, you work with what you've got. You work with what you've got. You do the best you can. And, I've never, like you, I've never had anybody, except my husband, actually, look at me and go, that's really bad. So just
Well,
do
what
it.
was funny? Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I was just saying, just do it. Just go do it. So
Yeah, exactly. So I was out with my youngest I don't know, whenever it was ago. And she said, Mom, are you on TikTok? And I'm like, yeah. She said, well, one of her friends from college saw me on TikTok. And it's like, is this your mom? And it's like, she's like, you've got the coolest mom ever. And I'm like, yeah, not really. But so it's like, who cares? And again, I have yet to have anybody say, you suck to my face. Behind my back, they probably have. To my face, nobody has. So it's like, so what? And if they do, that's their problem. And that's on them. It's not on me.
My first
So
TikToks were so bad. My granddaughter texted me and said, yeah, I'm watching this, Grandma, and I'm just laughing so hard. I said, well, you know what? And you know what, ladies? The world still kept spinning the next day. I got up and it was like, oh yeah,
exactly.
sun came up, world's still rolling. Nobody came and like knocked on my door and said, you suck.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, just do it, because if you don't, I don't know. It's like, if I didn't make the jump to what I'm doing right now, um, and if I had just, when it was introduced to me and I was like, no, 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 um, I wouldn't be where I am right now, as passionate about stuff and getting up in the morning, every single morning, like, oh my gosh, this is great. Who do I get to meet today? Who am I going to talk to today? Blah, blah. It's, if you don't do it, you're never going to know. So let the fear go away. Do I mess up? Yeah, I mess up. Do I stutter? Do I say things? Yeah. And so what? It is what it is. So
So
if
for
that
the
helps.
business lady, because like I said, it's not a marketing group or a business group or anything of that nature, but we do have some entrepreneurs in there because they are also looking to improve themselves in whatever way to either conquer their fear of doing the video or whatever it is that's holding them back from their next level. So for them, do you have any resources that you would be willing to recommend to them to help them?
Yes. So the thing that got me over my fear of video, I worked with this gal, Kim Ward, and she helped me. And I think she's doing another like boot camp coming up in September for videos. I would highly recommend, and I can send you the link on that. I would highly recommend doing that because she's phenomenal. And everything that she has to share. So that's great. What else? What else? What else? There's several things. It depends on what people want, what they're looking for.
Well, whatever you use a lot that you think is helpful.
That is probably for me, getting over the video fear, that was the biggest hurdle for me. So that's like the most recent thing that I have done.
That's cool. I love Kim. I'm actually in something with Kim, and I love her to death. So yes, she's pretty awesome. So yes, I will get that link for you, and I will post it in the description of on the video so that you can get involved with Kim's class because she's pretty awesome.
Yeah, she's amazing. And you know what? It's neat because she's like you, and that she's straightforward. Here it is, no nonsense. Here's some value. Go do it.
And she has goats.
She has goats. She's a good mom.
Doesn't get any better than that. She has goats. You all know me and my fascination with goats. I love them. I want one. I keep trying to get my husband to give me a goat, but he's like, no. So
Well, why don't you go out? Why don't you go out and get sorry, that's my dog trying to come in through the doors. Go out and get a puppy and mistaken for a goat. It's like, oh honey, I'm so sorry. I thought that was a puppy dog.
There's this meme
Hey,
out
get these
there.
glasses checked.
There's this meme out there it's like May is National Get Your Mom a Goat Month. That's the meme. It's like it's National Get Your Mom a Goat Month, and it shows like a person who it's like a the Twitter things where they're or the texting things where they're copying the conversation and you can read it, and the whole thing goes like, It goes, what would you do if I suddenly brought home a goat or something like that? And the guy goes, what? And then it shows a picture of a goat and it's like, meet Billy. I said, one of these days, honey, because I post that like every May. It's like, well, it's another National Get Your Mama Goat Month and nobody did. I said, one of these days, honey, I'm just going to post you that for real and be like, meet Billy. Mama goat.
Well, you want to just go do it. Where do you even get a goat?
I don't know. I have neighbors down the road that have like 4 of them. So I'm going to go, I swear I'm going to go ask him one day, where'd you get your goats? Okay. Can I steal one? Can I kidnap
Are Billy and Mary having little baby goats? You know, I'll take one off your hand if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll take one of your goats if you've got too many.
Yeah.
So yes.
And then if you had a goat, would you make like soap and everything?
Oh, probably not. I just like them. I'm not into that whole. I know someone who is, and goat milk soap and goat milk lotion is the most awesome stuff. I buy it from her all the time. She does raise them for that purpose. I just think they're cute as can be, and I want one. Plus, I live in the woods basically, so my yard is a pain to mow. So I'm thinking goats would help with that a lot.
Yeah. And your husband doesn't understand that.
No, he doesn't. I know.
Tell you what, this is what I would recommend.
Why don't you send me a goat for Christmas? Look, Jane sent me a goat for Christmas. I can't
do that. Totally do that. This is what I recommend. Go find a place where you can get a goat. Use your debit card and you swipe it. And you're going to have all these points. And then you could possibly go on a cruise come November.
Got the goat
come
and all these
June.
points.
Yeah. Look at all these points. You can go shopping now for all kinds of cool stuff.
I'll let you have the points.
There you go. Yeah, because there's like lawn equipment. There'll be lawn equipment in the store and tech stuff in the store and all kinds of cool things.
Yeah, this conversation went off the
There'll
rails
also
really
be luggage,
fast.
so that might not be a good thing because you may be like, I'm moving out. You bought a coat, I'm out of here.
And this conversation went off the rails really fast. So there we go. Okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
Okay. Hey, it's okay. If you've been on a video with me, you know that happens. We get off on something and it's like, oh yeah, okay, let's get back to the business thing.
Let's get back to where we were. Sorry about that. But
all right,
so that's seriously that's the fun part. It's like this is what Rebel Tribe is really all about, right? Is getting with other women and hanging out and having fun and diverting off of something and then coming right back again and focusing on the things that are important, but laughing and being and having fun.
And that's what we're here for. We're just here to be us. So, if you don't like us, go hang out in one of them stuffy, stodgy groups. Like I posted on my thing yesterday. I posted on my timeline yesterday because somebody did make a comment about one of my videos. They actually did. You're not very professional. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm not. I am not techie. Oh, some little internet troll. Who knows?
Yeah.
I just.
And it's like, well, you know what? I might not be professional, but at least I'm not an a-hole. I can fix not being a professional. What about you?
I just posted on my thing. It's like, kiddos, if you're getting on one of my webinars or if you're getting on a live with me or whatever, and you're expecting, first of all, if you're expecting there to not be any glitches, because number one, internet. And number two, I am not very techie. I'm just not. I did not grow up with this stuff. I'm learning as I go. So my grandkids cringe all the time when I'm trying to do something. They just look at me like, what are you trying to do? But I'm
well, you know what? Tell them to write your letter in cursive.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, well, I can do math in my head. Can you?
And I can write in cursive. Can you?
I don't need my calculator. I don't need to sit there and because by the time you're done doing all this, I already know the answer. So there you go. So yeah, I said so. And if you expect there to not be diversions and fun and stuff, number one, I'm a Gemini, so it's like I have the attention span of a gnat. and I'm a little ADHD on top of that. Okay, so
You're awesome.
easily
You're
distracted. Yes, so it's okay. I attract other people like me, and we have fun. And if you don't want to, if you want to be in them stuffy, stodgy, no fun types, there are lots of people out there for you. I can tell you who they are. Go back to business. Okay, so
yes, ma'am.
For the business ladies. So okay, we got Kim's video. That's good. Give me that link. I'll put that in there. What other? Do you have any tips on how to actually promote yourself? I'm real big on video. It sounds like you are too. So is that the thing right now? Video?
Video. Yeah, short form video. And honestly, I would highly suggest checking out what Kim is doing, because she's the expert. She's not the expert. She's very good at what it is that she does, and growing audiences and the businesses, or audiences, and then growing your business as a result. So, what else? What else? For a resource? Mm-hmm. I mean, there's, creating funnels. There's always that. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Just get out there and talk about what you do. Just get out there. There are 8 billion at this point. 8 billion people in the world. Go find some. Go talk to them. It's okay.
Well, and talk about the benefits, but not only so. Instead of talking about like the particular what you do and the whatever it is that the company wants you to say, instead talk about the benefits, and then talk about those benefits. So talk about the benefits of the benefits, and not necessarily what your product is. So that would be something that I think is important. And have fun, and mixing in personal and business, and just a combination of a whole lot of things. Just have fun with it. And if you're afraid to put anything out there, which I was for years, then just tell yourself nobody's gonna see it anyway. What difference does it make? And then you're just gonna start posting. But when you do post, make sure, and people comment, make sure you do follow up with a comment and always respond back. I find that to be very helpful. More so than just a like or a thumbs up. It's like respond back with, oh, thank you. I'm so glad you liked it. Oh, isn't that great? And ask a question to kind of maybe keep conversations going.
Thank you for that. So expanding on that, because yes, this is the thing that drives me crazy. Number one, if you're commenting on somebody's video, comment. Just comment. Leave something. It wasn't mine, thank God. It was, what was it about? It was actually a kind of a sad post. It wasn't, it wasn't like it wasn't a drama queen post by any means, but it was kind of a sad post. And somebody actually commented on it. Love this post. Thank you for sharing. I just looked at that and I was like, wow, you didn't even.
They didn't even read it. They didn't even. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you're gonna, my idea or thought is, if you're gonna post, if you're gonna comment on something, leave something of at least a little bit of value, And that was probably just maybe it could have been a bot that they had set up for, because I think there's a bunch of that stuff out there, like the automated things. It's like, oh, love this post, thanks. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna comment, like, think of something like that's relates to what they've actually posted. And something that I found out, which I thought this was interesting. People will look at the picture, but they won't necessarily read your comments. So if I want my message to get out there, I'll take the picture. I don't use Canva, I use Promo Republic. But you can do it in Canva, obviously. But take the picture that you have and put your message in the picture, and then maybe put a few more comments in the typing with inside of Facebook or whatever, because people will read or look at the picture and comment on the picture. And I tested it out because I forget what it was. I had a picture, and then my comments were based on the comments I said and based on the picture. I realized people were just looking at the picture only because they're like, "Oh, what a great picture!" Da, 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 da. I'm like, "Did you read the comments that I put up there? Did you pay any attention to that?" So that's something that I've kind of started to do, which is helpful.
And if you're commenting on something to try and get yourself noticed, so you want to keep the post that you're commenting on kind of up in the news feed so that people see your comment and get back to you, which is a great way to meet people, by the way. Facebook likes GIFs or GIFs, however you say it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They like that. They like pictures. They like stickers. They know the comments. Oh, love this. Thank you for sharing. They recognize that. Okay. They don't do anything with that. They don't do anything with the like and the heart and the blah, 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 blah. They like interaction. They like things that use all the little tools they give you. That's why you will often see them pop up in your thing like, don't you want to do this, or don't you want to do that, or don't you want to use this instead? Don't you want to turn your video into a reel? They want you to do these things. These are the things they like. So when they tell you to do this, you gotta go do it, because that gets your stuff popped up in the feed even higher. When Facebook says, don't you want to make this a reel? You say, yes, please. Okay. And you click that button. Okay.
So here's something that I thought was interesting. So a gal reached out to me yesterday and she's like, would you join this summit? And I'm like, sure. And she said, but I'm trying to send the link to me in Messenger. And the link didn't come through. And she goes, do you have any idea what's going on? Have you heard anything about that?
I have actually had a friend, the same thing. He was sharing his, I guess it's out of Canada, actually. It's a virtual dispensary for like CBD products and non-CBD, but like Delta 8, which is illegal in Arkansas. Okay, you cannot sell Delta 8, Delta 9, or any of that stuff in Arkansas. But he wanted me to look at it. I'm like, okay, I know there might be some medical benefit to this. I've seen what it's done for some people. So send me the link. I'll look at it. What the heck? I'm always open to new things. And
this was all in Messenger?
Yeah, and it wouldn't come through. It wouldn't come through on text. It wouldn't come through. So I don't know if there's something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, he tried several different ways. Finally, he emailed it to me, and that came through. And yeah, it's not my thing.
Well, like I say, this was yesterday, and she tried to messenger me the link to a summit, like a women's leadership group or whatever, I don't know. And she wanted me to sign up for it. And, but she couldn't get the link. She goes, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. This is the first I've ever heard of it. So I guess Facebook is not allowing people to send links in Messenger. So then I told her, well, I'm like, well, just in the comments, put your link in the comments.
I can
make a post.
Other links. I've sent other links. I sent links like.
I think this is maybe a new thing.
I don't know.
And that's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. All I know is I just assumed that was like, well, since it didn't work on text messaging or Facebook Messenger, maybe there's something because it's illegal in Arkansas. Maybe there's something blocking it. I don't know. I mean, that was my first thought is, yeah, you can't get it to me because it's illegal here. So, I don't know. But weird. I shall
try when we're done, I'll send you a link and see if it goes through.
Well, you're going to send me my website anyway. You're going to send me the link to Kim's thing. Yes, you're going to send me the link to Kim's thing. So we're about running out of time, so we need to wind this up. So yes, when we're all done, we're going to post this, of course, on the Rebel Tribe YouTube channel. we will put the link to the Rebel Tribe in case you want to join us, because we're all this crazy. Pretty much
It's so
every one
fun.
of us.
I would highly recommend it.
So
It's a really fun group. Really.
we will post the link to that, and we will post the link to her card because it sounds intriguing. When I first heard about I heard about it from some other people before I heard about it from you, and I was like, I don't know. And then you told me about it. I'm like, okay, Jane doesn't get in anything. I mean, yeah, it sounds too good to be true, but I trust Jane. I trust Jane's judgment. So once you told me about it, I was like, okay, I'll give this a try. So I jumped on that. We'll put the link to Jane's thing in the and we will put the link to Kim's training. So there's lots of links in the description here, but all good stuff. Yeah. So thank you for
Well,
joining
thank
us.
you. I appreciate it.
And you're going to send me all those links, so then we'll see if it's a Facebook thing or if it was just her link.
Exactly. I
So,
will. And
all
we'll
right.
keep you posted on what we find out, or you will.
Yeah, I will be sharing it in the Rebel Tribe group. So if you want to know, is it a Facebook thing or is it just the link? Inquiring minds want to know.
Exactly.
Come join the tribe. Thanks so much, Jane. This was fun.
All right. Thank you.
I'll be waiting at Christmas time for my goat.
There you go. Okay. I'll use my card to get your goat. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.